to today's game with 11-2, and I think that's just about halfway through. They're 5-1 in the division, 7-1 I think overall in the NAC. And we mentioned this Hornet club from Essex Junction, 8-2, and this will be a real supreme test for the Raiders today. And speaking of that, and I did want to mention just before the game, I happened to look out in the ice, and there was a minor hockey game going on, and one of my old ex-hockey players and a Massena native was refereeing out there, Mike Cross. We saw Greg Murray last night over in Bellows.
Both, huh? I was wondering why you weren't there last night, John.
Mother Nature kept me.
Mother Nature? Well, Mother Nature almost kept us away, too.
After that whiteout in Massena, I said, no, I don't think I want to try it tonight.
We just got through mentioning how Greg was working the game last night, and we saw Michael Cross. Michael was officiating.
We're about ready to go.
And looks like the Massena contingent is coming in, and we're going to be surrounded by
friendly fans.
That's good. Both teams are on the ice. As we mentioned, the Raiders to our right wearing their road red, trimmed with white and blue red helmets. And the Essex Junction wearing their home white uniforms. They picture the Boston Bruins, and you'll have, except instead of a big B, a big E on the crest in the middle of the jersey, the black helmets and the white shirts trimmed with yellow, gold, and black pants, no piping down the sides, and the socks are white with black and yellow. And they're starting today, number 30, Jed Dusevich, and he's really one of the strong points of this club, Jerry. Coach Bill O'Neill relies heavily. In fact, he said sometimes one of the weaknesses of this club is they rely so much on him they get a little lax in the defensive end because they have so much confidence in young Mr. Dusevich.
Well, goaltenders are so important. We talk about, you and I talked about this Albany Academy team. They're an outstanding hockey club, no doubt about it. But, their goaltending is weak, and you wonder how far can a team go without good goaltending?
No, I'm not very far. This is why we'll have an announcement just prior to the game. Sure if I can pick it up.
I'm not sure what they're saying. Oh, they're just making the announcements about no smoking and things like that in the building here.
It's gone pretty quiet. That's why I thought it was something, a real important announcement.
That's right.
There's seating on both sides, and
it's not a bad rink.
Not a bad rink. It was built in 1972. And I would probably seating, I would say, for around 1,000, Jerry, maybe 1,200.
It's a much bigger seating capacity than the rink we were in last night, the Collins Pearly Civic Center up in St. Albans. Incidentally, this is the home to the St. Michael's College Ice Nights as well, and they're playing a game this afternoon at 4. This one was originally scheduled for 4. They had to move it up, though, because St. Mike's is playing here this afternoon.
On our way over to the arena, we came right by the St. Mike's campus, which is just next door over in Winooski, Vermont. The PA announcer is giving the starting lineups. The Raiders being introduced, and we mentioned Dougie Cullen between the pipes today, and the Jake Morris line will be starting along with Jason Labarge
and Brian Levac
on defense. And now the Hornets being introduced.
This is one of the teams in contention for the state championship here in the state of Vermont. We understand that they're probably one of the 3 top clubs, maybe one of the 2 top clubs in the state of Vermont.
And our defending state champions the last 2 years, 88-89 and 89-90, state hockey champions, Division I. As we mentioned over last night in BFA, looking across, I think there were 11 pennants. We're looking right up in the rafters here, and we noticed 5 hockey pennants starting in 80 and the most recent 89-90.
Ladies and gentlemen, we honor America anthem. We are just about set to go this afternoon as the Massena Red Raiders get ready to take on the Hornets of Essex Junction here in Essex Junction, Vermont, at the Essex Junction Skating Facility. That's the name of this place, and as we mentioned before, not a bad facility, and we're sure looking forward to a good game here tonight. One of the top teams in the state of Vermont against one of the top teams in Division I in the state of New York. So it should be an excellent game here, and we're sure glad to have you along for the broadcast this afternoon.
It's a nice little facility, but it's a mouthful to say. I think I might refer to it as the rink.
The rink, yes. The skating rink. So Jake Morris's line will be starting for the Red Raiders, and he'll be facing off against Tim Davidson. Davidson out there with Greg Pringle and Justin Bouquet. And Morris, of course, out there with his line mates, Jeff Bigelow and Tommy Moore.
We mentioned the both benches across the way from us, side by side. Nice big benches, a lot of room. Players can stand up in the back. This is what the coaching staff likes. A nice big bench, a room to move around.
And you can get up, too.
That's right.
You can see, okay, off the face-off, the puck comes to LeVac on the Massena blue line, over to LaBarge, and LaBarge takes it to center ice. Headman goes to Morris to Moore. Moore takes it across, gets a backhander on the save made by Ducevic, and he's going to hold on. Not a real hard shot, but a backhander by Tommy Moore. And the face-off will move back into the Essex Junction zone to the left of goaltender Ducevic. And again, facing off Davidson against Morris. Left side. Off the draw, comes back to LeVac. Quick wrist shot is in behind the net. Ducevic is going to dive on top of that. And he's quick to cover up, isn't he?
Yeah, he must have missed instructions from the coach. Both of the last two saves, he certainly could have redirected and then the play continued on, but he elected to hold on for a face-off. Little tentative off the start here.
Just underway here. No score in the hockey game. Okay, off the face. The puck comes into the slot, but it's cleared in behind the net. Picked up by Zallinger, the defenseman. He moves it ahead on the wing. It comes out to the Massena line. LeVac is there to LaBarge. LaBarge flips it ahead. Knocked down again, this time by Davidson. Drops it back on the defense to Zallinger, right at his own blue line. Flips it ahead. Intercepted Morris. Turns around with Bigelow. Drops it to Bigelow. Here's Bigelow trying to get the shot through. Bounces in front. Tommy Moore. Shot save. And the puck comes into the corner. Moore pretty deep. Didn't have much to shoot at, but he got the shot off. Now he's digging with Zallinger in the corner. Gets it right in front. Bigelow, the backhander, knocked off a leg, and the puck finally picked up. And in the corner it goes. Dropping back on defense is Keith Irish. And Irish starts to move it ahead. Bounce pass. It comes out to center ice. And they want to change. Here comes Massena. LeVac in his own end. Flips it out to center ice. And it's dumped back to the Massena line. Jason Jackson, who's out for the Raiders, comes back up ice. Headman pass meant for Cameron. A little bit too far. Comes back in the zone. Chris Zallinger after it. Flips along the boards. Trying to get it up to Justin Martin. It's Mike Line, Rundle, and Martin out there. And the Massena second line of Jackson out there along with Manning and Cameron. Here's Tommy Post, flipping it ahead for Jackson. Manning follows, pokes it in the zone on the backhand. That's going to go right in, and Zallinger will pick it up just before it gets into the goaltender. Now the puck bounced in behind, hits the back of the cage. Back there to pick it up is Vaughn, a defenseman for Essex. He flips it ahead. On the wing, it comes to Line. He moves it to the Massena line, and now following up on the play and in the zone, here comes Rundle. Rundle just dumps it in the corner. Aaron Barkley back for it. Barkley flips it around the line. As Massena trying to move it out, it's Jackson. Here comes Jason Jackson with it. Headman pass to Cameron. Cameron busts down the left wing side. Back to Jackson in the slot. It's intercepted. Barkley keeps it in at the point. Trying to feed it into Jackson. Gets it back again. His pass knocked down, but he stays with it. Goes to Jackson. Jackson shot. Hit the side of the net. I don't think that was as close as the crowd thought it was. And finally, it's Essex clearing it out to center ice. Tommy Post stops and dumps, and it's gloved by the goaltender, Ducevic, and he leaves it side of the net for Vaughn, the defenseman. He flips around to Zallinger, moving it down ice. Zallinger knocked down, but he comes away with a puck, flips it ahead. Here comes Nelligan. Nelligan stick handling, gets by Barkley. Barkley just impedes him enough to break up the play, and the puck kicks free. And Joey Fauché goes after it in the corner. He gets taken into the boards by Nelligan, and the puck comes free to, let's see, who is that? That's Lubin, I guess. And back out to center ice as Massena clears the zone. Right back in on the left side. The puck dumped in behind the net. Aaron Barkley after it for Massena. Drop pass goes to Tommy Post. Post, stick handles in behind his own net. Has it taken away. They center it, but it comes back to the point, and Whitcup is there to flip it out to center ice. Now it's Zallinger, who sees a lot of ice time, Dave. He's been out there, I think, since the start of the game. And back the other way. Into the Massena zone, right back out. Fauché didn't see it. Comes to the red line. Backhanded the Massena blue line. Jason LaBarge is there. No score in the hockey game. Few minutes underway. Back to LaBarge. He moves it right side. Headman pass knocked down. He stays with it. Throws the check. The puck kicks free. Bigelow back in there to help out. Jake Morris. Morris can't clear it. Poke check. Comes to the blue line, and Bigelow picks it up. Here's Bigelow moving it across the blue line. Quick wrist shot, and the save made. And holding on for the faceoff once again is Ducevic.
The Raiders today certainly have got their skating legs. They're not going to wait a period and a half. In fact, they're carrying the play. The Hornets of the club, that's a little tentative starting off, and most of the play has been down in the Essex Junction. But they've got a couple of real burners. That John Nelligan, who centers that third unit, he can turn on the afterburners, and he almost blew by Aaron Barkley on that last shift.
In fact, that was could have been a borderline penalty, I would think. You agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, here's Morris. He can't control it out to center ice. Here comes Bouquet. He just flips it in the Massena zone. Left side of goaltender Dougie Cullen. Now picked up on the defense, Tommy Moore. Backhands it out to center ice. Here's Dan Jacobs with it. Dropping it over on the other side for Vaughn. He moves it ahead. Into the zone it comes. Here's Bouquet again. Trying to center it, but it's knocked in behind the net. They jam for it there, and the puck comes free to Levac. He flips it around the boards, kept in by Jacobs. He drives it from the point, and I think Cullen got a piece of that. Nice save on the pad. Poke checked away. Here comes Labarge. He just bangs it off the boards to center ice. And Jeff Bigelow. Bigelow, headman, meant for Tommy Moore. That's intercepted, comes to the red line. Bigelow can't come up with it. Across the blue line it is. Here's Davison flipping it right in front. Gets it back again, but he's tied up. Can't get the shot off. Massena breaks it back the other way. Here comes Jake Morris. Morris has it poke checked away. Following up is Bigelow to flip it in the zone, and Massena wants a line change. Now right back the other way. Here comes Bouquet across the blue line. His shot way wide. Whistles all the way back out to center ice. Here's Manning as Massena has made the change. Manning, backhand pass meant for Cameron. Cameron trying to chase it down in the corner now, left side of the goalie. Cameron flips to post back at the point. His poke check by him. Back into the Massena zone slowly, and Aaron Barkley is back to pick it up. Barkley, he just got railed in behind the net. Gets right back up, though, trying to stay with it. Jason Jackson. Jackson, headman to Manning. Manning feeds Cameron. Cameron overskates, finds it, and breaks back down. Here comes Cameron across the blue line. Makes the shift. Good move. Can't get the shot off right in front. Oh, Manning got a stick on it, but good save by Dusevic. We have a whistle. And we're going to have our first penalty of the game, an elbow call. And I think it's going to go against Essex.
Yes, it is. I can't pick up the number. It's an elbowing call. But both close plays at either end. Justin Martin down at this end did a nice job of offensive move. And Chris Cameron coming back put a nice move on the Hornet defenseman who caught him. He made him look down, look at the puck instead of playing the man, and then dropped it between his feet and went around him. But his partner picked him up. A lot of times you hear things that last night we got a scouting report saying that this club was a very physical team, but in the first 6 minutes they certainly haven't displayed that they're a big club. But
maybe they're only physical when they play BFA. Sometimes that happens. You get these rivalries. Here's Morris on the power play in the slot. Shot knocked wide into the corner. Back to the boards and down the ice. Trying to keep it in was Labarge, but he got by him. And now Tommy Post comes back for it. Whoa, Cullen and Post almost collided as Cullen had come out of the net to play. The puck stolen away. Here's the shot to the side of the net, and it's bounced off the ice surface by one of the penalty killers, John Nelligan. He's that guy that can really dangle. So the faceoff will come outside the Massena zone, or it should be outside the Massena zone.
Coach Bill O'Neill mentions that they spend a lot. Jeff Bigelow is questioning the call right now, the official, but he maintains
Massena deflected
it. I don't think they did. But Essex Junction spends a lot of time on specialty teamwork.
Minute 36 left in the power play. Again, here in Vermont, power plays are all 2 minutes. Off the face-off, we've got the Morris power play contingent out from Massena. Tommy Post and Jason Labarge at the points. Here comes Post, lugging it down ice. He's going to flip it in the zone, knocked down right at the blue line. Bigelow backhands it into the corner, controlled, and out to center ice and down the ice, again by Essex Junction. They're going to change penalty killers now with Massena picking up the puck, Labarge. Labarge, past Cameron, knocked away from him, dumped down the ice. So far, the Massena power play has not been able to set up in the Essex zone, except for that one early flurry that Morris got a shot on.
One of the problems are they don't have the continuity between their defense and goaltender right now. Twice it's happened. They've got the wires crossed.
Here comes Morris. He falls down at the blue line, but manages to poke it ahead to Cameron. Cameron to Bigelow at the 45, right side of the goalie. Biggs in the corner now, stick handling, looking, goes for Cameron behind the net. Cameron trying to go back to the point. It's intercepted, and back down the ice comes Bouquet, and he's just going to flip it in the Massena zone. After it, in behind the net, it comes to Tommy Post. We're down to 30 seconds in the power play. Post has it poked away, but it comes to McCracken as Massena has changed their power play. McCracken's headman knocked down, and back the other way comes Scott Edwards. Edwards flipping it in the zone for Adam Cates, gets it back again, just ragging the puck right now, as Essex doing a good job killing off the Massena power play, down to just about 10 seconds on the power play. No score, almost halfway through the period. McCracken has it jump over his stick, dumped right back down the ice. And that's going to take care of the power play right there, as Massena really one good chance early, and that was it. Here comes Brian Levac now, stick handling. 7.5 left to play. Feeds it ahead. McCracken into the zone. Picked up there by Danny Jacobs. Right back to the Massena line. Good play by Levac to break it up. Ahead to Whitcup. Whitcup in behind the net now. Goes after it in the corner. Has it taken away from him by Keith Irish. Irish headman. Here comes Davidson. Davidson's got Bouquet. He's going to shoot it. Knocked down in front. Where is it? Side of the net. Picked up by McCracken. He blasted, but it does not get out. Back at the point. Flipped in the corner by Jacobs. Now comes back to Irish at the other point. He gets a shot off, but it's knocked down in front. Massena breaks it out. Post. Post. Takes it. He's going to shoot from the blue line. That's wide. The puck hits the back of the net. Off the rebound. Whistled around the boards. And back out to center ice. Here comes Davidson again. Headman pass to Bouquet. He takes it across right wing side. Drop pass. Davidson shot. Save made by Cullen. Almost didn't see that till the last second. Hard check thrown on the other side by Pringle, but I think he missed Whitcup because Bobby had fallen down. And he went into the boards. Here comes Tommy Moore now. Stick handling it. Drops it back to Barkley. Massena blue line. Barkley's pass intercepted. Back in there is Pringle. Pringle in the corner a little bit too deep. And Barkley recovers to take him out of the play. Flips it to Labarge. Labarge dropping it back on the other side for Barkley. Right side of Cullen in the Massena zone. Here comes Barkley. Headman pass right on Tommy Moore's stick. He breaks the cross. He's got Jake Morris trying to feed him in the corner. Now Bigelow comes in to help out. Here's Bigelow. Steals the puck side of the net. Bigelow racing around. Right in front shot. Score! Tommy Moore on a beautiful pass from Jeff Bigelow. And Massena goes up 1-0. What a nice play that was.
Tommy Moore, that real tough grinder on that left side. He doesn't get a lot of goals. His key element is working the corners, and he hovered in front of the net that time, and Jeff Bigelow picked the puck up in behind the net, circled out, found him out all alone on the right of John Dusevich, and fed him the pass, and Tommy Moore backhanded one right along the ice and didn't make any mistake, and the Raiders jump out 1-0 with 6:04 left in the first period.
So Tommy Moore is going to get that goal. Some nice work behind the net by Jeff Bigelow, and the Raiders do take the 1-0 lead. Off the face-off, puck into the Massena zone. In behind the net now. Collins, who's out there playing the point, who did a real nice job last night, clears it out to center ice. Now here comes Massena. Cameron breaks by the defense, has it poke checked away, and a good play right at the last second. Puck around the boards now, still in the Essex zone, and they're going to move it out to center ice. Long headman pass. In the zone, here's the shot. That's wide. That shot taken by Rundle. And the puck goes into the corner. Jackson racing in to try to help out Levac. The puck slides along the puck boards. Levac comes up with it, flips it to Cameron on the wing, and Cameron starts it out. Long headman pass to Manning. Manning flips it by the defenseman, but he lost his balance coming back after to Zallinger. Zallinger loses to Manning. Manning to Cameron. Right front shot. Oh, that's Jackson rather, and he just fired it wide. Now the puck dumped all the way down the ice. And are they going to call that one icing? Ooh, I think Labarge might have been able to play it, but they call it icing anyway. But we got a penalty after the play, and that's going to go against, I believe, Todd Manning.
It is. He's going to call him for cross-checking, I believe. He gave number 9, John Vaughn, a shot in behind the net. But Chris Cameron has put the same move on number 25, Chris Zallinger, twice. He's gone one-on-one with him, gave the same move outside, inside, and dumped it between his legs. And Zallinger, on both occasions, has looked down at his feet, and Chris has gone right around him. I'm sure Coach Bill O'Neill's going to have a little talk with him. And young Mr. Zallinger, he's a big one, but that's a basic move. You don't make that mistake. Not twice in a row.
5:06 remaining in the first period. And on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Massena leads at 1-0 on a Tommy Moore goal, his second of the year. Off the face-off, the puck Zallinger in his own end. We've got Fauché and McCracken out there to try to kill it off, and McCracken steals the puck at the blue line. He gets knocked down. Fauché follows. Here's Joey trying to get the shot off, and it's knocked down. And finally, it's picked up there by Tim Davidson. Davidson's headman pass goes on the wing, and they just dump it in the Massena zone. After it, there is Pringle in the corner. Has it taken away, and Fauché whacks at it. Does he get it out? No, it's kept in at the point. They drop it back to Zallinger over on the 45. Here's the shot. Cullen makes the save, but the net's off its moorings, and the whistle blows. That shot That was a good shot.
Very sharp angle, a high rising shot, no more than 15 feet out, and Dougie Cullen made a great save, got it off the elbow, and kicked the puck high up into the rafters. On that goal, the Raider goal, 8:56 mark, Tommy Moore. Tommy picking up his second goal of the year with an assist to Jeff Bigelow at the 8:56. Raiders up 1-0.
Okay, we've got Morris to take the faceoff now as he's out to kill the penalty. And it will be, I believe that's Bouquet to take the faceoff for Essex. Off the draw, it's still sitting there. Bigelow comes in, falls down, gets back up again, has it poked away to post, and he bounces it just out to center ice. Davidson has dropped back to play the point now. He flips it to Pringle. Pringle steps across the blue line now. Morris trying to forecheck him. Pringle takes it in the corner. Massena setting up the box now. The puck comes back out at the point. Davidson drops it. It goes around the horn. Right side of goaltender Cullen. Back front. Here's Davidson. The shot bounces away. Here comes Morris after it. Davidson gets there first. Turns it around. Here's Davidson in the slot. Shot. Save. Big save by Cullen.
Oh, great save by Dougie Cullen standing tall. Timmy Davidson turned both Raider penalty killers out there, Jeff Bigelow and Jake Morris, inside out. He showed him puck, took it away, and then he danced by both of them, and from about 35 feet through a little bit of traffic, he blistered one. Dougie Cullen came out, cut the angle down, and was able to control the rebound. Great save by Dougie Cullen.
A lot of traffic in front, too, at the time. Rundle will face off against Fauché. 45 seconds left in the power play. Massena leads 1-0. Puck right in the slot. And the shot knocked down on the defense. Back to the point. Here's the shot. That's just wide. Puck whistles around back to the other point. They move it around. That's Mark Line at the point now. Moving it on the 45. Bounces into the slot. McCracken whacks at it. Gets it into the corner. Tommy Post with it. Tomahawks it. Doesn't get it out. Kept in along the boards. Cross-ice pass. Comes to Line at the point. He flips 45. The shot right across the goal mouth, but not on. Now the puck poked free. Back to the point. Here's the drive. And big save by Cullen. He covers up. Whoa, another big save by Dougie Cullen. We've seen some good goaltending this weekend.
And we've talked about it before, sacrificing the body, but no one does it any better or any more fearless without any type of harm to himself or thinking about injuring himself than Scotty McCracken. He threw his body in front of that last slap shot head first, and I wouldn't recommend that, but he's tough.
1-0 Massena Corky scoreboard. About 10 seconds left in the power play as the Raiders clear it out to center ice. Almost a good job by Line to keep it in there. Now dumped back in the Massena zone. 3 seconds left in the power play. And it's dumped down the ice. That's going to be an icing call against Massena, as the penalty had just expired as Levac was dumping it. So the faceoff will move back into the Massena zone, but the Raiders have weathered the storm through some real good goaltending.
Excellent. Dougie Cullen standing tall, and we can see that this Essex Junction club does spend a lot of time in the power play because they look like they would be a very proficient club. We don't have any stats on what their success rate is, but they moved the puck around really well, and they moved it back to the point. They used basically the same type of the Raiders, a give and go, try to overload one side, and they've got some shooters out there. Dougie made several outstanding saves.
Nelligan's line against the Jackson line. Off the face-off, the puck comes to Labarge. He tries to swipe it in the corner, has it booted away there by Scott Edwards, but Jackson takes it away and starts out. Headman pass on the stick of Cameron. Breaks in left side. Here's Cameron. Nice pass. Jackson slot shot. Good save. Oh, good pass play and a good save. And I'll tell you what, Cameron again made an excellent play.
Cameron it was a 3-on-2, and they worked it to perfection. The weak side forward took that defenseman, spread him out. Chris Cameron went to the left, spread that defenseman, and then feathered a soft pass back in the slot to Jason Jackson, and he didn't waste any time and really got off a good shot. But Jed Dusevich, who comes out to cut the angle, was equal to the task.
Off the face-off, Levac back at the point, flips it in the corner. Cameron Jackson right in front, the shot, save, rebound in behind the net. And I take that back. Dusevich held on. But again, Jackson all by himself in the slot, and again, Chris Cameron found him.
Yes, almost identical. He put it right. Jason's probably shaking his head. He won't get two better scoring opportunities, one with a goaltender, and both set up by Chris Cameron. But one of the strengths of this club, Jed Dusevich, and he's showing us why his coach thinks so much of him.
1-0 Massena with 2:40 remaining in the first period. We've got the Jake Morris line back out there for the Raiders against Davidson's line. Face off right side, inside Essex territory. Moore to the point. Barkley flips it in the corner. Bigelow goes in after it behind the net. trying to step by a check by the big defenseman Zallinger. Bigelow steals the puck. Bigelow in the corner now, looking for somebody to pass to. He's taken into the boards by Vaughn. Stays with it. Here's Bigelow trying to center it. It comes to Morris. His shot. Oh, big save. Rebound. Moore backhander just wide, and the net's off its moorings. Bigelow, this time it was Bigelow with yeoman's work and a perfect pass to Jake Morris and a huge save by Ducevic. We've seen good goaltending at both ends.
Jake just missing the wide open side, and Tommy Moore couldn't quite get the stick on that rolling puck because he had an open side. Raiders buzzing all around Jed Ducevic.
Morris will take the face-off again. Face-off left side this time in Essex territory. Off the draw, back to the point, post, drives it, goes wide. Bouncing puck over on the other side, right side of the goalie. Jake Morris after it, digging in the corner. He gets tied up by Zallinger, the defenseman. The puck still moved along the boards. Moore gets to Morris, puts it right across the goal mouth. Over on the other side, John Vaughn. Vaughn flips it to Zallinger, back to Vaughn. Vaughn starts it out on the left wing as they try to move it out to center ice. Stolen away by Morris. And Morris just gets railed. The puck comes to the blue line, and Tommy Moore can't keep it in. Barkley at the red line, ahead to Moore. Moore just flips it across. Zallinger is there, though. Here comes Zallinger. He's going to shoot from center ice. Cullen makes the save, and he doesn't know exactly where it is in his equipment, so he holds on for the face-off.
Jerry, the Raiders are doing in this first period exactly what they did in the third period last night. They're only forechecking one man, and they're holding the wings, and that caused all kinds of problems for BFA last night. They couldn't adjust to it. And here in this first period, with 1:39 left, the Essex Junction Club is having a hard time adjusting to that type of forecheck.
We've got Rundle out there now. He's going to take the face-off. Rundle out there with Line and Martin. Comes to Levac. Back pass around the board. Stepping in front of it is Martin. Loses it. Here comes Fauché. Joey Fauché from Massena finds Witka breaking down the right side. Goes to McCracken, and McCracken taken out of the play. The puck comes in behind the net, and Martin is there. Martin loses it to McCracken, to Fauché, but is poked away back out to center ice. Collins takes a whack at it. He gets railed. The puck poked by him, and here comes Line. Line trying to get by in the corner. It goes away from him. He looks to center. It goes to the side of the net, and it's poked free. And we have a whistle. And what are they going to call? I don't know.
They're not too definitive. Whether the net came off the mooring.
All right. 1:07 left to go in the first period. And Massena leads on a score of 1-0 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. Face-off right side in the Massena zone as Line will take the face-off against Fauché.
Got that UPS line out there, Jerry. They deliver.
I guess so. They were probably Massena's best line. They have been the past few games, I think. This Fauché, McCracken, Whitcup line. Off the face-off. Puck goes across the goal mouth. McCracken after it. And has it poked away. Comes to Martin in behind the net. Now McCracken stick handling against him. He slides it free. And after this Collins, he pokes it ahead. Back to the point. Here's a drive from the point. That's wide. We got a penalty. And it's going to go against Massena. And Massena touches.
Bobby Whitcup is going to be called for tripping or hooking. I guess he's going to call hooking. Got his stick between. It was accidental. He did upend the Essex Junction player, but it was certainly accidental. Cut the blade almost in the blade of the stick down and wedged in the skate. And the official right there on top of the play making a call.
So with 45 seconds left in the first period, the Corky scoreboard says Massena 1, Essex Junction no score. Massena will have to try to kill another penalty. Again, we remind you, these penalties are 2 minutes long, and that seems like a long time.
And the only pressure that Essex exerted so far has been when they've been on a power play.
Off the face-off, the puck goes right in front of the net. Post gets a whack at it, kicked into the corner. After it there is Barkley, whistles it around the boards, kept in at the point, and they move it around into the corner now. Here comes Pringle, back in front, the shot taken by Davidson, and the save made by Cullen. Now it comes around on the other 45, back to the point. It comes to Davidson again. He tries to center it right across the goal mouth, picked up and bouncing around and back to the point. Here's the drive, knocked down in front, the backhander right across the goal mouth. That taken by Pringle. And had he turned around and looked, he would have seen he had lots of time. Massena trying to clear it back to the point. It does not get out with 7 seconds left in the period. And there's going to be a penalty. Matching minors on Bigelow and for Essex Junction. I believe that is Irish.
I am not. This guy, he wasn't going to make the call anyway, and he happened to be right in front of the Massena bench, and Coach Stanmore yelled. Then he decided to make the call against Essex, and then he just turned around and decided we'll even it up. I can't believe that call. It's the worst call I've ever seen in my life. Oh, my God.
4 seconds remaining in the first period.
I can't believe that. And I'm not one to get on the officials that much, but that's a terrible call.
Well, face-off right side of the Massena zone. Off the draw, Morris wins it, and the buzzer sounds.
I want to find out what that call is on Massena.
So I don't know what the buzzer sounds.
We got 4 seconds left.
They dropped the puck, and they didn't turn any clock on, and Massena had just about killed out the remaining 4 seconds.
Their officials are getting a little rattled here. I'm not sure.
Now they're going to face it off again. The exact same thing happens. This time the buzzer sounds. So Jake had to win 2 face-offs instead of 1. And so I'll tell you, that was an interesting call to say the least. So Massena will go to the locker room with a lead, a 1-0 lead after a period of play. When we come back, there will be penalties on the clock, a minute 15 to the Whitcup penalty, and then a minute 56 left in the matching minors. Again, our score after one period of play, the Massena Red Raiders won, and Essex Junction Hornets no score. Our broadcast this afternoon brought to you by Reynolds Metals, St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, working together. Our quality shines through. By the A-Plus Mini Market, downtown Massena, a franchise of the Atlantic Refining and Marketing Corporation. By Homestead Dairy, West Hatfield, and the corner of North Main and Maple in Massena. By the members of the C Club.
The number 1 ranked club in the state, and they seemed a little logy to me, Jerry.
Yeah, they were probably not right up to their game.
You might pick it up a notch this period, but a good period for the Raiders.
Yeah, they played well.
Dougie Cullen, some outstanding saves in there. I wish we had some shots on, but we don't have anything on the. Joey's going to check to see if he can find out what we've got for shots.
I would guess that Massena probably by 5 or 6 outshot this team from Essex. Massena with really some good opportunities and some excellent goaltending by Jed Dusevic was the difference from it being a 1-0 or a 2 or 3-0. Of course, the other way on the other side, Doug Cullen had a couple of excellent saves as well.
Yes, he did. And we've got a second here before they're going to drop the puck. Well, though the whistle just blew. We might want to mention the Jake Morris, who leads the club in goals. Jake is not 17 up to this point. Followed Jeff Bigelow, 8 has picked up number 8 last night, and Jason Jackson has also picked up 8 goals. On the assist side of it, Jeff Bigelow leads the club with 17, for he's got 25 points. Tommy Post, second on the assist column, 12 assists. Will go along with 1 goal for 13 points. And Chris Cameron, Chris has got, I think he picked up another assist today, but Chris 7 goals and 10 assists for 17 points.
So we're going to have power play. Taking the faceoff will be Mike Line. He'll be up front with John Rundle. And you've got Zellinger and 4-on-3? Yeah, Zellinger is out there along with Vaughn on the points. Morris out there to kill with Fauché and Barkley. All right, we're underway here. As the puck comes all the way back down the ice, they wave off the icing as they ruled Barkley could have played it. And he comes in behind the net, steps by the D, makes a good play, and dumps it down the ice. And, in fact, it's stopped by Jed Dusevic, the goaltender. Barkley made a real nice play as he kind of just slid by the attacking forward and stayed with the puck. Here's Zallinger across the blue line in the Massena zone. Stick handling, trying to get by Barkley. He's going to drop it back on the 45, Vaughn. Vaughn centering pass. Fauché knocks it down, loses it. Here's the shot. Cullen makes the save, and Fauché comes up and dumps it down the ice. And Dougie Cullen, not a hard save, but he was in the right place and made the big save when he needed to. 25 seconds left in the power play. Building up ahead of steam. Here's Line. Line gets by McCracken, takes it across. Stick handling and trying to go by Fauché. Drop past the shot. Save made by Cullen, and the rebound goes in the corner. Now after it right there. Here's the puck right in front. A good chance for Vaughn, but the save made, and McCracken trying to get it out of the zone. It's kept in at the point, and Line takes it. Drops it back. Here's Zallinger. His shot blocked by McCracken. Zallinger flips it in the corner. 1 penalty is up. Massena back to 4-on-4. Back to the blue line. They move it around. And they move it into the corner. Bouncing puck, controlled in the corner, but here it's stolen away by Whitcup. He moves it ahead. Here's McCracken looking, picks up the puck, takes it across. He's got Whitcup trailing. He's going to drive it. He fires it wide. Got a lot of wood on that shot. Whitcup keeps it in. Bouncing puck taken away by Line. Line just dumps it to an open wing. Racing over on the other side is Vaughn to try to pick it up. He circles back on McCracken as a forechecker. Vaughn flips it to Zallinger. He's the captain, big defenseman. And he almost lost it, but he follows it up now. Moves it up on the wing for Line. line into the Massena zone, in behind the net now. And he's taken out of the play nicely by Laback, and Labarge picks up the puck, stick handles it, takes it in behind the net, starts out right side of Cullen. Here's Labarge, his head man, goes out to center ice, bounces by Vaughn, back inside the Essex zone. Still 1-0 Massena on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Now the puck in the corner. Vaughn still has it, circling around, looking for somebody to pass to, has it stolen away by Cameron, but the puck bounces away from him out to center ice to Massena Collins. Collins moves it ahead to Labarge. Labarge goes to Manning. Manning feeds it. Cameron across the blue line. Oh, another nice move. The puck comes right in. The goaltender gets a stick on it, Dusevic. Cameron in the corner, digging for it, staying with it. Dusevic again sticks it in the corner. Jackson back to the point, on the fly. Laback, he didn't get much wood. Here's a chance. Down the ice, there's going to be a breakaway, and it gets by Davidson. As Davidson goes into the corner, he's taken out of the play by Labarge. Laback flips it ahead to Manning. Manning trying to clear the zone. He does to Jackson. Here's Jackson feeding to Cameron, left wing side. Drop past Jackson. Jackson swept by the defense. The puck gets away from him, goes in the corner. Now they jam for it behind the net. Jackson trying to come up with it. He gets tied up on the defense by Jacobs. The puck's still in there. Cameron comes in to help out, comes away with the puck. Looking to flip it to Jackson. Jackson steps into the circle, drops it back to the point. Here's Barkley's shot in behind the net, bouncing around. It comes over on the other side. Now Manning trying to flip it back to Jackson. Jackson in the corner to Cameron. Cameron, here's Cameron's shot, and it goes off a stick in behind the net. Now Manning in behind against Jacobs. They fight for it. It comes free to Cameron. Cameron looking to go back to Tommy Post at the point. Post, his shot, knocked down, comes right back to him. He steps back, gets a shot off again in behind the net. A lot of sustained pressure by this Massena line, and they're just going to ice the puck, but it goes off Barkley, and Tommy Post has to come back. Real good job by that second line of Massena to put on a lot of pressure. Here's Jeff Bigelow. Oh, he tries the headman of Morris. It goes a little bit too far. Back to the Massena line. Into the zone. Down the ice it comes. Here's Tommy Post with it. Flipping it for Morris. Jake picks up the puck. Here's Morris. Headman pass intercepted. Back to the line. Massena. Right there is Barkley. Barkley just flips it ahead to Bigelow. Jeffrey across the blue line. Breaking in left wing side. Quick wrist shot. Fires it wide. Around the boards. Posty with it. Post trying to flip it in the corner. Taken away. Comes out to center ice. Jake Morris is there. Trying to get it to Bigelow. Bigelow, by way of Tommy Moore, he just turns it around and flips it right in on Dusevic. Still 1-0 Massena. Puck along the boards. Now Tommy Moore trying to forecheck, and Post keeps it in. Nice play, but then he loses it back out to center ice. Controlled, out to center ice. Tommy Moore picking it up, waiting. Trying to take it through, goes to Bigelow, a little bit too far, and the puck comes in behind the net, and Chris Zallinger picks it up and turns it the other way. He picks up Jake Morris as a forechecker, moves it out to center ice. Ahead to Rundle, loses to McCracken. Massena has made a line change as well as the UPS line out there now. I like that, Dave. And the puck goes in behind the net. Zallinger after it there. He's taken out of the play. Fauché picks up the puck. Zallinger just does a job on Whitcup, but he gets up. Here's Fauché with it. Back to the point. Here's Collins, the wind. The shot is knocked down, and breaking back a 2-on-1. Laback tries to get back. Here's the shot. The save made by Cullen. The rebound comes into the corner. They jam. Laback throws a check. Whitcup, or I should say Fauché, picks up the loose puck. Flips it down the ice. Meant for Whitcup. It goes too far. And icing will be the call on Massena. But again, Dougie Cullen stands tall for the Raiders after Massena gave up a 2-on-1.
Sure, you mentioned sustained action. I bet you that play's gone on about 5 minutes. One of the things I want to highlight or bring back at halftime, what seemed like a long time ago, was the 4-on-3 situation. Excellent job out there by Aaron Barkley and the 7-11 combination. And Jake Morris, Massena elected to go with two forwards up front. They did an outstanding job penalty killing.
You bet. Okay, face-off left side. Fauché will take the draw against Nelligan. Off the face-off, puck sitting high slot. Fauché trying to come up with it. Throws a check. The puck comes in the corner. Now Laback after it. Laback rubs his forward into the boards, but it's picked up. Circling around, back to the point. Here's a chance for Vaughn. His shot deflected. Score! It's deflected right through Dougie Cullen's legs, and I think John Nelligan will get the goal. And the shot came from the point, and it was deflected. Looked like Cullen had it all the way until the last second when it was deflected. We're all tied up at a goal apiece.
There was a lot of traffic, but the only guy directly in front of Dougie Cullen was John Nelligan. Shot the Essex Junction forward, picked up the puck behind the net. There was traffic in front, so he slid it back to the point. He didn't get a hard shot off. I didn't pick up the number, but he didn't get a hard shot off. It was right along the ice. John Nelligan parked right in front, maybe 4 or 5 feet of Dougie Cullen, got the stick on it, and redirected it. And the Hornets are now with 9:19 left in the second period, a 1-1 hockey game.
Vaughn was the defenseman who took the shot. And like you say, it wasn't a hard shot. Off the faceoff, Vaughn has the puck at his own blue line. Here's the almost knocked away by Jason Jackson. Now it's poked away by Cameron. Here comes Chris in the corner now, left side of the goalie. Centering pass knocked down in front by Nelligan. Nelligan stick handles in his own end. He starts it out. He picks up Jackson as a forechecker, flips it into the Massena zone. Tommy Post racing for it. He sprawls on the ice, and the puck comes into the corner. Bounce back to the blue line. Cameron, Jackson. Jackson breaking down 1-on-2. Gets by one. Has it poked away at the last second by Zellinger. Zellinger now trying to headman back into the Massena zone. It comes to Barkley. Barkley picks it up behind the net. Here's Barkley with it, starting out from Massena. Aaron's going to move it ahead to Cameron. Cameron, Manning across the blue line. He looks up. He's ridden into the boards by Vaughn. The puck comes free. Post. Can't keep it out. We got a 2-on-1. Barkley's the only man back. Feeding it across. Here's an opportunity right in front. It goes wide. Aaron Barkley did an excellent job to pick up the man back to the point. Kept in at the point. Here's a chance in the slot. They bounce it through, but Barkley is there to break it up again. Cameron, headman pass. He's just going to dump as Massena's going to change lines. 8:05 left. We're tied at 1 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Now it's Jake Morris's line out. It comes to center ice. Tommy Moore backhanding it. Goes right to Morris. Off a leg. Comes back to Moore. Tommy with it. Drops it back to LaBarge on the defense. He circles back across to Levac. Levac looking. Feeds Morris. Goes off his leg. And Bigelow is going to pick it up. Here comes Biggs in on the off-wing side. Shifts to the middle. Jeff Bigelow, quick shot, knocked down in front. They jam at it. Morris couldn't get the stick on it. Ooh, good play by Bigelow. Now the puck along the boards. And we're going to have a penalty on Massena. And Massena touches the puck, and the whistle blows. They're going to call roughing on that.
Mr. Tentative, he is the same guy that called the imaginary holding call at the end of the first period. He's a roughing call on Jeff Bigelow. I don't know, but Essex is going to go on the power play. On that last goal, the official time, John Nelligan from Rick Poulin at the 5:41 mark. And one thing, Jerry, I think if the Raiders can get the situation, let's say Jake Morris, use him as an example, or a one-on-one situation with this defense, I'm not impressed with their defense. They do a lot of playing the puck, and they're going to get burnt before this game's over.
Off the face-off, we've got McCracken and Fauché, and Joey picks up the puck, gets the puck taken away, and is dumped deep in the Massena zone. 1-1 tie here, just over the halfway point. Here's Aaron Barkley. Barkley's had an outstanding game here this afternoon. Puck bounces away from him on the 45. Back to the point. Here's Keith Irish over on the other side. They move it around the horn to the side of the net. Barkley throws a check. The puck sits there. They jam. It comes free to McCracken. And McCracken just dumps it down the ice. 1:27 and counting left in the power play. Now the headman, McCracken, steps in front of it. Takes it by the check. Takes it by again to Fauché. Here's Joey. One-on-one. Fakes the shot. Drop past McCracken. He can't quite find the handle. And back the other way. Joey steals it again. Drops it to LaVarge. LaVarge over to Barkley. Barkley just flips it down the ice to McCracken. Scotty just stick handling it. Finally, he pokes at it. Oh, boy, he just got railed, and they're going to call that. And a penalty will go against Essex Junction. Okay. And McCracken got hit right in the head with an elbow.
Hitting from behind, there's no question. He gave him a rail, and it's number 2 coming to the box over here. John Rundle's going to get the gate, and then he tried a little extracurricular activity after it. But
hit from behind is what the call is. Oh, boy, and he did get him.
Excellent job by, again, the 7-11 combination up front, killing that. Massena uses a 1-1-2 when they forecheck, and they went in aggressively. The first man forces the play, and the second man reads, and when the opposition tries to break out, that second man adjusts to where the pass is going to go, and they did an excellent job.
Okay, we've got 4-on-4 now. Jackson, LaBarge out there, along with Cameron and Levac. And off the faceoff, it comes to Chris Cameron. Here comes Cameron. He gets tied up, and the puck comes away from him. Back out to center ice. Mike Line with it. Here's Line across the line into the Massena zone. Some good stick handling. Gets a weak shot up. And Cullen gets a stick on it into the corner, and Jackson picks up the loose puck. Jackson and Cameron busting down the line. Here comes Jackson across the blue line. Quick wrist shot. The save made, and Dusewicz is going to cover it up and hold on to the faceoff. 34 seconds left in the power play. Or no, actually, we're 4-on-4 now. 34 seconds left in the Massena penalty, and then the Raiders go on the power play for just over a minute.
That's right. We've got 5:59 left in the second period. 1-1 hockey game.
All tied up on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Jackson out there now will face off against Davidson. Face off left side in the Essex zone. Off the draw. Jackson wins the face off. Trying to get the backhander. Turns it around. Stick handles. Can't get the shot off, and it's back to the blue line and out to center ice. Jackson did some dandy stick work, but he couldn't quite get the shot off. Now the bounce pass. Levac, I should say, clears it out to center ice. And coming back is Cameron. And the puck bounces free. And to the Massena line it comes again. Here's Levac racing for it. Picking up the puck. Has it poked away. Gets it back again. Pokes it by the defense, but it's going to come back to the blue line. Here's a shot knocked down. And here comes Jackson. He's going to break down the ice. He's got Bigelow. Didn't see him, but now he gets it to Biggs. Biggs to Jackson. Jackson can't get the shot off as his stick was lifted, but he stays with the puck. Massena is on the power play now. Jackson keeps it in fact, gets a shot on, and Dusevic is going to cover up for the faceoff.
Great job by number 18, Justin Bouquet, who busted back to prevent the 2-on-1 situation. But as you called it, Jerry, Jeff Bigelow stepped out of the penalty box, and Jason Jackson didn't see him. He was at his own blue line, and Jeff way up at the other blue line. If he would have hit him with that quick pass, Jeff was in all alone. The Raiders got 46 seconds left on this power play.
5:10 left in the period. Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 1-1 tie. Good hockey game here in Essex Junction, Vermont. Morris will face off against Davidson. Off the draw. Well, Davidson wins it. That's unusual. Morris comes up with a puck. Here's Jake at the 45. Goes to Tommy Post at the point. Quick wrist shot. The save made. And Dusevic is going to cover up for the faceoff.
Shot came back. When it comes back to the point, somebody's got to get in front. Both of the Raider wingers that time were perched off to the either side of the goal post, and nobody in front. And as I say, any high school goalie, you or I could stop him from the point, Jerry, if no one's in there to screen us. They've got to get somebody in front.
That's just because I'd fill the net. Face-off left side now. They jam for it, and off the face-off, Essex tries to move it out. Post keeps it in, but now Essex will clear it. Comes to the Massena line. Aaron Barkley picks up a forechecker, goes to Post. Post turns it to Bigelow. Bigelow loses it off his stick. It comes to Zallinger. He drops it over on the other side, and they dump it down the ice. We're down to 18 seconds left in the power play. Still 1-1 tie hockey game on the Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Here comes Post with it starting out. Flips it ahead. Morris. Jake carries it in on the left wing side. Here's Morris. Bigelow going for the net. Morris turns it around. Drops it back to Barkley at the point. Barkley in the corner to Cameron. Now the penalty is up. We're even Steven. Here's Morris with a puck. Trying to flip it to Biggs in behind the net. Bigelow back to the point. Tommy Post winds up. His shot goes off a stick and is picked up by Tim Davidson. Davidson gets it out to center ice. And it's dumped in the Massena zone as those penalty killers who've been out there for a while want to get off. Here comes Aaron Barkley. Now both teams making changes. Barkley flips it ahead for Bigelow. He busts in. Almost beat the line change. And Bigelow just gets upended and back the other way comes Nelligan. Maybe I should say that was a little more than upended. He got railed pretty good, actually. Now Fauché picks up the loose puck. Joey starts it out left side across the red line, flips it ahead, into the zone it goes, in the corner. Whitcup racing in after it along with Vaughn. Whitcup just put him into the boards. Stays with it now. It bounces to Fauché at the 45 to Whitcup in behind the net. Whitcup trying to get by the check. He's being impeded, trying to come up with it. And Vaughn, who has lost his stick, has to play it with his skate. And Fauché comes in, throws the check. They jam in behind the net. And the puck's still free, moving along the boards. And finally, it's cleared as out to center ice it comes. Now Whitcup sprawling poke check. Back the other way. It comes to Dan Jacobs. His shot knocked down. McCracken trying to come up with it. It goes to Levac in the corner. 3:07 left in the second period. Whistle. And we're going to have another penalty on Massena.
Yes, and guess what official is making all those calls? I'm getting really upset. I haven't been this way in a long time about the officials.
McCracken's going to be called for interference.
Calling for interference. They were both Scotty and the Essex Junction forward came together, and they both pushed each other away. There was one penalty. There were two penalties, and actually there wasn't a penalty on either one. But now Jake Morris is out. He's questioning the official. That's coming from the bench, and I know the Raider coaching staff are really upset with these calls. And to say, I shouldn't get that way. But the same guy was making all these calls, and
3:05.
Every one are questionable.
Remaining in the second period, so Massena will have to try to kill the penalty.
And, Jerry, if it were an emphatic, you make a call, and, okay, you believe that? Okay, this is the way it is, and an emphatic. The arm comes up, that's it. Bang. But he makes it like it's slow motion.
Well, maybe. Is that a penalty?
Yeah,
or,
exactly right. Like there's an afterthought. Oh, we've got what's this?
Maybe perhaps a misconduct
Possibly,
as well?
Possibly, yeah, because Eddie Davis is coming to the box.
Apparently a misconduct because we got a penalty killer and somebody serving it. Massena clears it back to the blue line, but not out. Bigelow trying to throw a check. He stays with it. The puck comes in behind the net. Now Levac flips it around the boards. Knocked down behind. Here's a chance for Essex Junction as they move it into the corner. Right in front, they jam at it. Here's the shot. It hit the goalpost, I believe, and Jake Morris picks up the loose puck and just rifles it down the ice with 1.5 minutes left to serve. Again, 2-minute penalties in Vermont. All right. Here comes Essex as they move it out. The head man goes to John Rundle in on the right wing side, Massena zone. He picks up Morris. He dumps it in behind the net. Labarge flips it around but doesn't get it out. Kept in at the point by Irish. On the other side, they move it around the horn, and fanning on the shot as Jake Morris picks up the puck after a great check by Aaron Barkley, and down the ice it comes again. With just about 1 minute left in the power play. We're still tied at 1, 2:06 and counting left in the second period. Now here comes the puck to the Zallinger, the big defenseman. He just flips it in the Massena zone. In behind the net it comes, racing around for it. Labarge, he loses it. Zallinger goes back to the point. Here's a drive knocked down by Fauché to the other point. Here's another shot knocked down by Jason Jackson, and Jackson dumps it down the ice. 40 seconds left in the penalty. Now Fauché doing some forechecking right at the blue line. Jackson steals it momentarily. Didn't have a chance to come up with a puck. And it's dumped back in the Massena zone. Bounces right in the slot. And it comes back to Fauché. He backhands it. It's knocked down by Davidson. Davidson stick handling in the corner. Here's Davidson right across the goal crease. Here's an opportunity right in front. It goes in behind off Dougie Cullen's glove. Now it's kicked by Barkley in the corner. 14 seconds left in the power play. Dumped down the ice. I think Joey Fauché just got a piece of this as it went down the ice. Massena making some penalty-killing changes, and they get caught on the change as Davidson takes it in the zone offsides. And that will be back from where the pass originated. Davidson was waiting for a pass. They could have caught Massena, but the pass was slow, and Davidson just kind of anticipated it a little bit.
Jerry, there was a misconduct called Scotty McCracken along with the minor. And I know I usually don't have any sympathy, especially when a player gets a misconduct, and I'm not going to say it was right, but if there's any justification, this official, I'm going to say incompetent on that call. Incompetent. I'm just incensed about it.
Off the face-off. And the penalty is up, so Massena gets the man back out on the ice. And the minute mark of the second period, 1-1 tie hockey game, right in front of the net. Good forechecking by Bigelow. Now Tommy Moore picks it up. Oh, looks to center. It comes to Morris. He whacks at it. Goes to Moore in the corner. Tommy with a puck now. Looking to move it back to the point. Back to the point it comes across ice. Tommy post, and he didn't see it or something. He had to come back. Here comes an opportunity. And Levac gets back in time to break up the play. As the puck comes into the corner, picked up by Pringle. Right in front, the shot. Big saves. Cullen, the rebound. He sits on it. No, the whistle blows. No goal. The whistle blew before. It should not have blown, but the whistle blew before the puck went in the net. We could see it very well from right here. As Cullen, it looked like he had it covered up from where the official was standing. He did not. And Essex came in and poked it in the net. I believe that was John Rundle, but the whistle had blown before he did that.
They say things even out. This happened to Massena last night. They had a goal that was called back because the whistle blew, and there was no question here from our angle. We could see the puck line right at Dougie Cullen's feet, and the official on the far side lost sight of it. He blew the whistle, so the Raiders got a break there. But Dougie Cullen made 2 or 3 good saves in that series.
Face off right side in the Massena zone. Jackson takes the draw and loses it, finds it, goes back to the point, though. Here's the drive, goes wide. I don't think anybody saw that one. Comes to Cameron. Cameron moving it down ice, jumps it to an open wing. Manning looking for it with 17 seconds left. Dumped back in the Massena zone. Here's Tommy Post with it, flips it. It's stolen away. Right in front, the backhander fired it wide. And that was Rundle again with a good opportunity. Back to the point, 5 seconds. 4, through traffic, goes wide. 3, 2, here's the drive, deflected, no goal.
Oh. They're going to call it, Jerry. They're going to call it good.
That buzzer went off before that went in the net.
But he's calling it I agree that the buzzer
right, and Dosevich defending the goal to our left. Jake Morris steps into the circle with Tim Davidson, wins the draw back to Levac. Brian kind of overskates it, has to come back after it. Actually, just kind of went by him. He flips it around behind the boards. It goes to Biggs. Bigelow starts it out. Head man of Morris. Here comes Jake down with Tommy Moore and has it poke checked away, but Levac is there to drive it up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off outside the Essex zone.
That was, I think, in an 8 or a 9 iron by Brian that time, Jerry, because he had a lot of loft to it.
Nice chip shot.
He got that one up on the screen, and there's a balcony to our left where the fans can stand up there and watch at one end, and there's a screen down, and like to have behind the football goal post.
That's right. Keep the puck on the ice, right? Off the face-off, it comes in the zone to Keith Irish. He's the guy who took that big shot right at the buzzer. Off the face-off. He comes up with a puck, flips it to center ice. It comes to Jason Labarge at the Massena blue line. Labarge over to Levac. Levac starts it out left side. Head man right on Morris' stick. Jake breaks it across to Tommy Moore. Oh, he just got railed. Back to Levac at the point. His shot. Oh, big rebound. Nobody can see it, but Morris does. He moves it in the corner. He gets taken out of the play, and back out to center ice it comes. But Labarge breaks it up. And following on the play in the zone it comes. Here's Bouquet, his shot. Cullen makes a save. The rebound sits on the side of the net. But Jason Labarge did a great job to take the man. He forgot about the puck, took the man, made the good play. And here comes Biggs breaking out of the zone. Bigelow takes it in by the defense. Here comes Bigelow stopping at the 45, trying to slide it through. It's knocked down. And back the other way comes Essex. Tim Davidson across the blue line. Drop pass. And the puck sits in the slot. Nobody wants it. Bounces free right in front. And Davidson has it poked by Barkley. Here's the follow-up. Cullen makes the save. Davidson in the corner. Barkley gets knocked down. The puck comes out to center ice. Bigelow trying to stay with it. He takes a wave at it. Couldn't come up with it. Back the other way is Justin Martin. Martin flips it in behind the Massena zone. In the corner it comes behind the net. Rundle is there, but Massena clears it out to center ice. Not going to go far enough for icing as John Vaughn will get back to pick it up. He's got Manning as a forechecker. Vaughn starts out, drops it over on the other side for Zallinger. Zallinger starts to move it ahead out to center ice. He's a big, big guy. He's huge, in fact. He just flips it in the Massena zone. Racing for it there is Justin Martin, taken in the boards by Tommy Post. Post trying to tie it up. It goes into the corner, left side of goaltender Cullen. In behind the net now. It's Mike Line. Line trying to feed it in behind. They wrap it around right in front, and it goes across the goal mouth. I think they're going to call a man in the crease.
Yes, number 20, Justin Martin and Tommy Post were having a set to. And Tommy Post has played a very, very strong game for the Raiders here this afternoon. He's been a tower of power out there, and he's handed out some strong, solid checks to keep this Essex Junction club with their head up. Tommy's played a strong game.
Chilton's going to be on the wing of this Whitcup Fauché line to replace McCracken until Scotty gets finished serving his misconduct penalty. Chilton trying to come up with it. The puck goes in the zone. Back in behind, it's Irish. Moving it ahead. Poke checked away by Whitcup. Whitcup now loses it to Jacobs. Now comes to Fauché at the red line. Dropping it to Labarge. Labarge moves it ahead. Whitcup to Fauché. Here comes Fauché building up ahead of steam. Takes it in the zone. Here comes Joey. Centers it right across the goal mouth. Nobody there. He's in behind the net. Ridden into the board. Stays with it. Bounces in front. But it's breaking out of there. Here comes Aaron Cates. Cates just dumps it in the Massena zone. Whistles around behind the net. Bouncing free. It comes to Scott Edwards trying to center it. Bouncing puck in the slot. Fauché looking to tie up his man. Nelligan, he does. Puck still free. Edwards coming to pick it up. He's checked away. Bouncing puck comes in front of the net. Here's a backhander to the side of the net. Levac ties it up in behind, kicks it free, and starts it out. Here's Levac trying to move it to center ice. Can't get it by. Nelligan steps into the fray. He loses it. Finally comes up with it. Flips it to Chilton right in front for Massena, and Chilton moves it out to center ice. Massena's going to make a line change here. They better do it in a hurry. Back the other way comes Dan Jacobs, the defenseman, flips into the Massena zone. Brian Levac right back out to center ice. Jacobs right back. No, he couldn't get the shot off as Moore tied him up. The puck bounces across. Moore with it, loses it. Bounces free. Here's a quick wrist shot right in front. Cullen sticks it, bounces right in front, and it goes wide as Cullen was way out of his net. Pushing and shoving in front. Here's the drive. Knocked down in front. They jam at it. We have a whistle. And we got an injured player in front of the Massena net. Now some pushing and shoving. And we're going to have, no question about it, some penalties. Levac slowly getting up.
Yeah, Brian took a stick to the groin. Number 14, Tim Davidson, was trying to establish some position in front, and I think the official's going to give him a call. We'll see if it is Davidson. He was really liberal with his stick. Yes, it is. Number 14, Kempton. Tim Davidson coming to the box, and Brian Levac took a
They're going to call one on Whitcup, too.
Okay. So we've got 11:03 left to play in the third period. The Essex Junction Hornets up 2-1. And the faceoff will be inside to Dougie Cullen's right. And Dougie had a couple of strong saves in that last sequence, Jerry.
He sure has. I'll be interested to see what the penalty on Whitcup is.
Well, possibly looking cross-eyed. I'm not sure.
Okay, so we'll be skating 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders with 11:03 left in the third period. And on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, it's 2-1 for Essex Junction. Oh, wait a minute.
We still have, wait a minute, he's right. We've got another player out there. One more. Whoa, hey. Got another player out there. It's supposed to be 4-on-4 because he's on the misconduct, I believe.
That's right. We need another Massena player out there. Oh, wait a minute. They gave Whitcup 4 minutes?
They got 4 minutes punched up on the clock, but still they need another player. They were still down a man. Now they got him out there now. Massena had started the session with a down one more man than they needed to be.
They gave Whitcup a double minor on that. Off the face-off, Bigelow with it. And he just backhands it. That'll be an icing call against Massena as it goes all the way down the ice.
Well, I said I wasn't going to say any more, and I'm not. So, Jerry, don't egg me on.
Okay. So, a single minor to Tim Davidson, the stick work on Levac, and Bobby Whitcup picks up a double minor for something.
He's holding and roughing, I think.
Holding and roughing, okay.
Holding and roughing on Bobby.
Okay, so Massena is 4-on-4, but they're going to have to kill a penalty after 2 minutes. Here comes Jake Morris across the blue line, stepping into the corner, taking in the boards, and the puck bounces free, but it's not out. Bigelow keeps it in, feeds Morris right in front, shot, big save by Dosovic. Huge save. It comes to Morris again, another shot and another save by Dosovic. And Massena with a couple of great opportunities, but some unbelievable forechecking by Jeff Bigelow that time.
Oh, great forechecking. Jeff Bigelow stripped the puck and tapped it over to Jake Morris right to the left of Jed Dosovic. And usually Jake got away a quick shot, and he was just beaten by a better save by Dosovic. Outstanding pad save. Got that right pad out there, and it was headed for the corner, and Jake's still shaking his head.
We've got a minute and a half left in the matching minors, and then, of course, we'll have to serve, Bobby Whitcup will have to serve his minor, second minor. Off the face-off, puck in the corner, Cameron now has it poked away, comes back to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes Mark Line, across the blue line, trying to come in the middle, but it's poked away by LaBarge, or by Jackson, I should say. He comes up with it, bounces it ahead to Cameron. Here comes Chris down the ice, making his move. Oh, he almost got by the defenseman. But he didn't, and back the other way, it comes to John Vaughn. Vaughn flips it ahead. Here's the shot from center ice, and it comes into the corner. After this Line, trying to move it in behind the net. Line centers it right in front. It goes into the corner, though, off a stick. And here's Jackson, ridden into the boards. The puck bounces back to the blue line, kept in by Vaughn. His shot bounces off a body. That was Cameron's body. Jackson picks up the loose puck. Here comes Jason. He's got Cameron going with him, gets by one, and can't quite get by Vaughn, the second man back, and it's turned around the other way. Cameron throws a check. Puck just slides out to center ice, comes to LaBarge at the Massena blue line. Over to Post. Here comes Tommy Post. Gets a quick wrist shot off. Dosovic makes the save, and the puck goes into the corner. After it is Keith Irish. Irish moving it out left side. To center ice it comes. Here comes Boquette. Boquette trying to get by Tommy Post. Post just impedes him enough to break it up and comes up with a puck. Good play by Post. Post ahead to Jackson. Back to Post. Here comes Post across the blue line. Takes it in the corner. He's got Tommy Moore breaking. Back to the point it comes. Now the power play. As stepping on the ice is Tim Davidson. We got a 3-on-2. Here's the pass work in front. They jam. Good play by Jason LaBarge to break it up. Puck back to the blue line now. Bouquet moving it around the horn. It comes to Pringle. Pringle back on the other side. Here's a shot right on. Cullen makes the save. Post picks up the rebound. Has it poke checked away. And they jam in the corner. Labarge, the stick is being held, but he managed to bring his man into the corner. Puck pokes free. It comes to Davidson. Right in front, they jam at it. In behind the net it goes. Now after it is Pringle. Pringle in behind now, loses to Labarge. Nice check by Tommy Post. And Labarge managed to go thread the needle through the back the other way, and we got an offsides call. As I started to say, Labarge managed to thread the needle through the girders, didn't hit anything.
No, that's right, it did. It went through the girders, Jerry. I couldn't believe it that made its way through there. But, again, an excellent penalty-killing job by that Raider foursome led by the defensive pair of Tommy Post and Jason Labarge. And when they got by that line of defense, Dougie Cullen was there to make several good saves. We've got 8:19 left in the third period, and Essex Junction up 2-1.
Called an intentional offsides on that. So the faceoff moves back inside. And Joey Fauché will take the faceoff. In behind the net, it comes to Keith Irish. He starts out right side. Here's Irish. Long headman pass. Bounces at the red line. Joey Fauché picks it up, has it taken right away by Zallinger. He's going to drive it from the point. The save made. And Levac picks up the rebound, trying to flip it in the corner. But Rundle is there, going back to the point. Here's a shot from the point, deflected in front, and then cleared back to the blue line, out to center ice. And they blew the whistle. That was out. Offsides will be the call. And Keith Irish arguing, but it sure looked out offsides to me here.
That in front of Dougie Cullen, it looked like a rush hour at New York City at 5 o'clock. There was so much traffic in front.
Of course, we might mention that Essex is on the power play here.
And they move that puck around really well, back to the point. They try to get the overload. You can see they do spend a lot of time practicing on their special teams.
Off the face-off, Jake Morris trying to get it free, and it's Collins who makes a good move and flips it all the way down the ice. Back after it is Keith Irish. We're down to 37 seconds and counting in the power play. Still 2-1 Essex. And Jake Morris steals the pass, has it bounced away. Bigelow gets a piece of it, flips it to the line. Irish and Morris jam. The puck kicks free. Bigelow pokes at it, but it comes over to Nelligan. He dumps it in the Massena zone. Collins tomahawks it ahead, but it's kept in at the point. Here's an opportunity for Irish in the corner now. Deep, whistle, man in the crease.
Again, a good job by Aaron Barkley that time to take the man, the loose side man, and tie him up. He tried to make a spin move off him, number 10, John Nelligan, but Aaron stayed right with him and forced him right into the crease. I still maintain, Jerry, before this game's over, that the Raiders are going to, whether it be Jason Jackson or Jake Morris or whatever forward, they're going to beat this Essex Junction defense one-on-one.
Fauché's line comes out now, or actually the penalty killers, Fauché and Bigelow. And Joey wins the drive. It comes back, picked up there by the big defenseman Zallinger. Flips to the Massena line, but it's knocked down the ice. And with 5 seconds left, that looks like it'll about take care of the penalty for Whitcup. 2-1, he's back out on the ice. And we're back to 5-on-5. We'll see for how long. Across the blue line, here's the drive, and Cullen makes the save and covers for the faceoff.
Ooh, that was a real cannonading shot by number 20, Justin Martin, and it was a rising shot that Dougie took high on the chest and was able to corral the rebound because Martin followed his shot and was right there. A good save by Dougie Cullen.
6:56 remaining to play in the third period. Essex leading Massena on the Peach scoreboard, 2-1. Our score. Out to take the faceoff, Tim Davidson, and Massena will counter with a Jason. No, wait a minute here. Who do we have? Jason Jackson will be out there with Whitcup and Chilton. That's a new combination. And it must be pretty close to the time when Scotty McCracken can get back. Off the face-off. Puck in the corner. Davidson takes it. Trying to center it. Chilton got a stick on it. Deflected it back to the blue line, but not out. Now the puck in the corner. Comes back to Jacobs. His drive. Deflected right on the save. Cullen. It goes into the corner. Off his stick. Ooh, that was a great deflection. Jackson with it. Flipping it along the boards for Whitcup. Whitcup trying to get the stick. He can't get on it. Back to the blue line. And it's still kept in there. Here's the bouncing shot into the corner. Levac. Bounce pass to Chilton, and it's out to center ice. Chilton trying to stay with it. He does. Gets it into the zone. Back after it there is Tim Davidson. Davidson flips it over on the other side for Keith Irish. And it's stolen away by Jason Jackson, looking to center it. And Chilton was there, but he couldn't get it to him. Whoa, Chilton just threw a wicked check. That was close. And the puck comes back down the other way. Here comes Tim Davidson across the blue line. His pass knocked down. Following up on the play is Bouquet. Bouquet taken out. Jackson trying to come up with it. Comes back to the point. Here's the drive through traffic. Knocked down by Whitcup. Now the puck in the corner. Labarge throws a check and bangs it. We have a whistle.
Raiders are backing in a little bit, giving up that blue line. What do we got, a penalty, Jerry?
Did they call Whitcup for another penalty?
Yes, they did, and he's going to call a hold.
So
excuse me, Jerry.
Bobby Whitcup back in the box again.
I'm not sure if he's giving him a misconduct on top of it. Just the minor, or he's going to tack something on. He's over here addressing Bobby. That's unusual to do that, to talk to the hockey player. You just come over and talk to the official scorer, not to the player. I don't...
So Massena will be killing off another penalty. And they're down 2-1 with 5:50 left in the third period.
The Raider coaching staff slightly incensed, just shaking their head. Stanley is... Tim Long is visibly upset.
Now they got an Essex Junction player coming into the box. That is Bouquet. He was the guy that was sitting on top of Whitcup. Roughing? Okay. Well, at least it's matching minors. That was kind of an after-the-fact call, too. Off the face-off. Puck comes in behind the Massena net. Here's Tommy Post dropping it over on the other side. Getting there is Line. Line now moves it up along the boards. Back to the point. Here's the drive through the screen, knocked down. Cullen, big save on the deflection by John Rundle.
Excellent save, and we should highlight the fact that this Essex club, a couple of things, they do many things well, but they keep the puck low, the defenseman, when they shoot it, and they the forwards in front do a good job of redirecting the puck, and that one was redirected, and Dougie stayed right with it. Nice save.
2-1, Essex leading on the Pete scoreboard with 5:34 left in the third period. Both teams are down a man. Jake Morris to take the draw, and he wins it and breaks away himself. Here comes Morris now. Headman of Bigelow, right back to Morris. In the zone, left side, quick wrist shot, goes in behind the net. Bigelow goes after in the corner along with Jacobs. Bouncing puck picked up by Vaughn. He's going to start it out. His puck goes out to center ice. Barkley's going to pick it up there, slide it right back in the Essex zone. Zellinger flips it over to Vaughn. Vaughn headman pass, goes to Rundle. Rundle takes it across in the Massena zone, gets by Post, takes it in behind, centers it, back to the point. Here's Vaughn, the shot. Cullen makes the save. Big bouncing rebound, goes back to the blue line. Vaughn trying to move it in. Morris tying Rundle up along the boards. Vaughn pinches in, trying to poke it free. It comes back out to the blue line. Backhand pass, bounces side of the net, and the puck on the bounce was fired just wide. Now in behind, it comes to Barkley. Aaron with it, trying to step by a check, has it taken away, right in front, here's the shot, score! And I think that's going to be Bouquet, no, excuse me, that's Line getting the goal.
Mike Line's going to get the goal, but his line mate did yeoman work. I'm trying to pick up the number. I think that's Rundle, possibly, who took it away from the Raider defenseman in the corner and stayed with it, harassed the Raider defenseman, took it away from him, and slipped it right out to Mike Line, probably no more than 12 feet out in front, and he and Dougie Cullen were staring each other right in the eyes, and Mike Line just right along the ice to the far side, and that's going to put Essex Junction up 3-1.
Jackson out there now with his line mates. Well, actually 2/3 of the line out there. Cameron will be out there as we're still 4-on-4. Here's Jackson with it. It's 3-1 now for Essex. It comes to Jackson across the blue line. Stick handling in the corner. Goes back to Levac. Brian winds it. His shot fires it high and wide. Bounces high into the corner. And back to the blue line. And is it out? No. Cameron steals it. Here's Chris with it. Feeding Jackson. The backhand just wide. And the puck comes around the boards, and Essex trying to break it out to center ice. Down the ice it comes, just across the blue line. They go off sides. They have to circle it back again. Now we're down to 4 minutes left. 3-1. Essex leading Massena, and the puck picked up. We got a tripping. Tripping on who? Levac trip. But nobody fell down.
Well, I'm again... I'm not going to comment, Jerry. You cannot draw me into with my favorite official. All I can say is you have to be here to witness it. And we 3:57 left in the hockey game. Essex Junction up 3-1.
And now they go on the power play. It'll be a 4-on-3 for 7 seconds, and then the regular power play after that. Brian Levac. They called it a tripping. Nobody went down. I'm not sure.
Maybe that was an anticipated trip.
Well, whatever it was, Massena will be killing a penalty, and they're down by 2 goals here, just under 4 minutes to play. WMSA, Massena, New York. Joey Fauché with it. Whitkop's back out on the ice, but so is the BFA player. Puck in behind now. Picked up by Dan Jacobs. Jacobs starts to move it ahead, out to center ice. Comes across on the other side, breaking in. Here's a chance in the corner. Racing in there is Bouquet. He has it poked away from him, and Fauché picks it up in behind. He's tied up. They jam at it, and the puck still stick handling around. It comes free in the corner, back to the point, and Irish, his shot is blocked. McCracken is back. He tries to block that one, and it whistles just wide, and Fauché picks it up and dumps it out to center ice. About a minute left in the Massena penalty to Levac, and just 3 minutes left in the third period. 3-1, Essex leading Massena on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Out to center ice, busting in the zone. Here's Pluvlin. Pluvlin trying to center it. Here's the shot, just wide. And the puck goes in the corner. McCracken after it. He can't catch up with it. It comes to Tommy Post. Post flips it around in the corner. Barkley didn't see it, but he comes after it now. Puck bounces free. Barkley throws a check, comes up with a puck somehow, looking to tie it up, waste time in the corner. The puck finally squirts free, and it's controlled by Essex. Back to the point, here's Irish. Irish over on the other side. The drive right in front goes wide. The rebound, and it's in the net. That'll be John Vaughn, I believe, picking up the 4th goal on the power play with 2:23 left in the third period.
That was from a real sharp angle. Number 9, John Vaughn, picking up the goal, but the Raider defense were 2 guys parked in front of Dougie Cullen, and they were both picked up by the Massena defenseman, but John Vaughn at a tough angle, almost to the bottom of the circle, picked up the rebound, and he slid it to the far side. Dougie didn't come out and cut that angle enough, and he just got it inside the post. The Raiders began killing all these penalties, and they've got some different line combinations out there. They are sagging somewhat into the middle and allowing the Essex Junction Club to get the puck back to their defensemen, who got some exceptional hard shots, and they keep the puck low and on net. But it's a direct result of all the penalties and the line changing.
Off the face-off, Davis with it. Back to the blue line now. We've got Davis out there with Brown and Kellison. Across the blue line, here's Bouquet, his shot, and a save made by Cullen. Bouncing puck, Kellison loses it, and it's poke-checked free in front. Here's Tim Davison, back to the point. And finally, the net was off its moorings. They blow the whistle. And with 2:06 left, the face-off will be in the Massena zone. 4-1, Essex leading. They're going to win this hockey game, I would imagine. Davis will take the face-off to the left side. He'll face off against Tim Davidson. Off the face-off, back to the point. Here's Jacobs. His pass intercepted. Kellison now, he loses it, and it's bounced back to the blue line. Into the Massena zone it comes. Davidson trying to center it. Davis throws a check, and the puck picked up by Kellison. Here's Kellison. Ahead to Davis. Eddie Davis takes it across into the zone, flips it in the corner for Kellison. Kellison in behind the net. Oh, he just got railed. And are they going to finally call?
Well, they're debating. They're going to have
a discussion here to see whether they're going to call a penalty or not.
Well, it's the guy that was out here at the blue line, 65 feet away. He's going to call a slash, I think. And the official that was 5 feet from the play never made a motion. And now he's warning the Raider bench. Something must have been said from the Raider bench, because he is making a threatening gesture towards the Raider bench with his hand. I don't know what that... but we can't detract from the Essex Junction win. They're a fine hockey club, but I sometimes question the calls of a couple of these officials out here, Jerry.
1:39 left in the third period. It's 4-1 Essex Junction. Massena had a 1-0 lead, then ran into all kinds of penalty trouble, and now it's 4-1 off the face-off. The puck, McCracken in the corner now. Massena on the power play for the first time in a long time. Back to the point, Jackson. Jackson has it poked away and has to come back out to center ice. Good job there by Tim Davidson. He's a good hockey player. Here's Jackson now, building up ahead of steam in on the right wing side. Quick drive, goes wide. McCracken in the corner now. McCracken give and go, and he can't get the shot up. Back to the point, Barkley. Good job. Levac, his shot goes off a leg in the corner. 1:10 left. The puck bounces in front, and the whistle blows. And the face-off, I'm not sure why the whistle blew, but the face-off will come to the right side of goaltender Jadusevic.
Well, the guy on the near side lost sight of it. The guy on the far side didn't, and no one else in the rink lost sight of it, but he decided to blow the whistle.
1:29, Massena will be on the power play for the remainder of, well, I can't say that. You never know. Face-off right side, it comes to Jackson at the point. Takes the shot, goes in the corner. Here's McCracken. McCracken, the give and go to Fauché, gets it back again, goes back to the point. Jackson, good job to keep it in. Comes to McCracken. McCracken winds the shot. Deflected. Where is it? It's bouncing free in front, and Dusevic covers it up as McCracken got a chance at it. And we're down to 50 seconds left in the third period.
Scotty McCracken getting off a wicked shot from just about the dot that John... Oh, we've got a misconduct coming up against somebody. It's probably Scotty McCracken. Yeah, another misconduct. Scotty must have said something because the official has indicated the misconduct call. In fact, he's indicating that Scotty should leave the rink. And some of the fans here, the Raider parents, are voicing their opinion.
Yeah, certainly entitled to their opinion.
Yes, they are entitled, and I would...
50 seconds remaining in the third period. 4-1, Essex Junction leading. Jake Morris steps in to take the face-off now for Massena.
You know, you might expect this type of officiating back in the...
Off the face-off, the puck slides down in the Massena zone. Cullen is way out of his net to play it. He flips it out to center ice. Right back in the zone it comes. And Jake, no, it's Tommy Post. Post starts it across the blue line. And he just dumps it deep in Essex territory. Cameron in behind the net, trying to keep it in the zone. And pushing and shoving, there's going to be a penalty on Jason Jackson.
He got the wrong one.
Yeah, that's right. As the guy said, he got the wrong one. He did. He had the wrong player.
He called Cameron?
It was Jason Labarge who should get the penalty, but he had the call on the wrong one. He's calling Chris Cameron. Well, he's signaling one Raider player to go to the locker room and the other one to go to the penalty box. And it's a shame for the hockey game has deteriorated into this, and it's basically because of two individuals, and neither one are wearing a red shirt or a white shirt.
Cameron for spearing.
But we have 20 seconds left in the hockey game, and too bad we couldn't get that 20 seconds to run off and get this game over with.
That's right.
I'm sure it would be much better. Both clubs, I feel the same way. There's no animosity
between the two teams. Absolutely
I'm
none.
Sure Essex Junction feels as bad as the Raiders do about the...
Off the face-off, puck into the Massena zone, and it's picked up by Bigelow. And Bigelow and Morris break back the other way, 2-on-2. 10 seconds left. He's going to shoot, and it comes wide into the corner. And Morris after it now. Back to the blue line. Steps by the check, flips right in front to Morris. He lets it go through, and the buzzer sounds. And Essex wins it 4-1. And so Massena 1-1 on the road trip. They can't be entirely unhappy with that, David. They played pretty well here, but ran into some adversity. And, well... It's a 4-1 victory for Essex.
And the Raiders out there to a man, all tapping Dougie Cullen on the head. Dougie played a strong game. I don't know how many saves he had. We didn't get any official saves in the first period. I'll see what Joey comes up with. But he was, in these last two periods, the Raiders were constantly shorthanded. And you know, it's tough to play when you're shorthanded all the time. And as we've talked before, a lot of times your skilled hockey players have to...
That's right.
You know...
That's right.
Kill penalties, go on the power play, things like that. So both clubs shaking hands out there, the coaching staff. But a good road trip, as you mentioned.
Yes, it was, and good experience. And so, again, our final score is Essex Junction 4, Massena 1. Stay tuned for the post-game show.